What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Friday, Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. Later on tonight, I'm gonna visit Matthew Brown on his live stream. It's just gonna be fun. It's not gonna be like any major news or anything like that. I'm not going in that spirit. I will ask him a couple of questions about the movement and the hearings and all that, but mostly about how he feels things are going. I'm not going to go into any details that probably he can't talk about anyway. But it's going to be a fun live stream. As soon as I get it, I'm going to leave it in the description because I don't know if it's been created yet, but it is going to start in a few hours. So be aware of that. So today on Halloween, Joe Rogan dropped a new episode with Elon Musk. And I did an episode recently where I talk about him and Peter Thiel, and that had a sort of negative reaction by some people that didn't like some of the things that I said there. You can go back to the episode if you want, but one of the things that I really made an emphasis on repeating about Elon Musk is that I do not believe for a second that he's not aware of everything that's going on pertaining to UFOs, UAP, and whatever we are investigating here.
Well, my friend Peter Thiel, once reflected that the future was supposed to have flying cars, but we don't have flying cars.
So you're going to be able to fly?
Well, I think if Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one.
So are you actively considering making an electric flying car? Is this like a real thing?
Well, we have to see in the
demo.
Yeah.
So when you do this, like, are you going to have a retractable wing? Like, what is the idea behind this? Don't be sly. Come on.
Well, I can't do the unveil before the unveil. But
tell me off air then.
Look, I think it has a shot at being the most memorable product unveil ever. It has a shot.
And when do you plan on doing this? What's the goal?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Before the end of this year? This is, we're
like in
November
a couple
1st.
Months. Hopefully in a couple months. We need to make sure that it works. This is some crazy technology we got in this car. Crazy technology. Crazy.
So different than what was previously announced and...
Yes.
And is that why you haven't released it yet? Because you keep fucking with it?
It has crazy technology.
Okay.
Is it even a car? I'm not sure. It looks like a car. Let's just put it this way. It's crazier than anything James Bond. If you took all the James Bond cars and combined them, it's crazier than that.
Very exciting.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of that.
Is it even a
because
car? I don't know.
it's the limited amount of information I'm drawing from here. Jamie's very suspicious over there. Look at him. Excited.
I'm interested.
It's still going to be the same.
Well, you know what? I mean, if you want to come a little before the unveil, I can show it to you.
100%.
Yeah.
He has way too many government contracts, and he's way too deep with intelligence agencies and with NASA to not know what's going on. His handler, as you guys already may or may not know, was or is, I don't know if he still is, Tim Taylor, who is a very mysterious name and person within the UFO community, who appears in 2 books only, and he doesn't really give any interviews or anything like that. He's well known by Dr. Gary Nolan, and he appeared on Diana Pasolka and Chris Bledsoe's books as Tyler. So Taylor seems to be somebody who has access everywhere, who has a clearance to pretty much go anywhere he wants. And according to Pasolka, in a now erased tweet, Tim Taylor was Elon Musk's handler. This is why I think that whenever Elon Musk talks about aliens or UFOs, he is always coy. He dances around the question. He also spews the same statement that everybody talks about when they want plausible deniability. So, whenever he's asked about UFOs, he always says aliens, or he talks about the Fermi paradox, which is Enrico Fermi, the famous scientist, was sitting with his physicist and scientist friends, and they were talking about the possibility of life in the universe. And Enrico Fermi was quick to point out, yeah, if aliens are here, where are they? And this is the talking point that Elon Musk makes occasionally, but regularly too. And it just feels like when Arrow tells you we have found no evidence of extraterrestrials or aliens, kind of feels that way with Elon. Although there are some statements that he's made that are interesting and kind of deviate a little bit from what he usually says, like today's. He was asked about Three Eye Atlas, and Elon Musk himself offered Joe Rogan something that I've never heard him say before. I've heard him say that if he finds any evidence of aliens, he would tweet it, or he would be one of the first who would say something. But he has a different proposition now, and I'm going to show it to you in a little bit. But let's go through Elon Musk's statements about UFOs or aliens, as he calls them, and then after we'll show you the fresh clip, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards too. This is from a few years ago when he was asked, and this is probably one of the most honest answers I've heard from Elon when he's asked about this topic.
I mean, if there are super intelligent aliens out there, they're probably already observing us. That would seem quite likely, and we just are not smart enough to realize it. I mean, if there are...
So that's one. This one right here may be the most smart-ass comment he's ever made about the aliens. If you can spot why, let me know.
Honestly, I think I would know if there were aliens.
I would hope so. That's why I'm asking you.
No, I'd be jumping on that, be like...
You should watch that conversation with Lex. It's
Sure.
like, here's the thing. Do you think that they would want us to know? Or do you think they would just be observing and making sure we don't blow ourselves up? Would
I don't know,
if you
man.
were an
They're
alien
real
civilization?
They sure are subtle. I mean, if they wanted us to know, obviously they could just,
For sure.
show up and walk
Yeah.
down Main Street,
Right.
like, hey, I'm an alien, check me out,
Right.
Here's my spaceship, I just land in the middle of Times Square. I'll be like,
Right.
okay,
Or hover over downtown LA.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, we believe you.
Yeah.
So whatever they are, they are very subtle, these aliens.
How often do you think about it?
None, zero.
Zero? Even though you're thinking about interplanetary travel, you don't really think about aliens.
So that's another one. Yeah, they're very subtle. Yeah, sure, Elon, sure. But then there are some times when he always jokes, he laughs at his own jokes, which is kind of weird. But there are some times when he, kind of joking, tells you something like this.
I
Joe,
thought about it.
I'm an alien, and I keep telling people I'm an alien, but they don't believe me.
I believe you.
Okay, thank you.
I believe you.
Thank
That's my
goodness.
my suspicion all along was that
I'm
you were
just
an
trying
alien.
to get back to my home
I
planet.
said you're friendly.
So this one is weird because very recently, and I know that there's a lot of people that don't like people like Candace Owens or David Icke or people who are like really extreme in many of their beliefs and in their presence online. But recently I saw Candace having sort of like a breakdown on her show, talking about Elon and Peter Thiel and Sam Altman. And she said that they were hybrids. And she seemed very matter-of-factly about it. And the conversation is getting that weird. I just want you to be aware of it. And I know that a lot of it, or if not most of it, is going to be misinformation. I get that. But it's the public conversation about these topics. And shit's getting really, really strange. And Elon has said this at least a couple of times, joking. He always laughs, but he said it. I know that Jordan Peterson also, who a lot of people also don't like, has also stated that he thinks Elon is an alien. Obviously, I don't know if it's tongue in cheek. Probably yes. That Candace stuff seemed more like very unhinged. But let's see another one. This is also from a few years ago. Shout out to UAP James. Here's Elon also talking about it.
I mean, if I've not seen any evidence of aliens, and SpaceX with the Starlink constellation has roughly 6,000 satellites, and not once have we had to maneuver around a UFO. Okay, so we were like, hey, what's that? Is that an alien? Has occurred never. So I'm like, okay, I don't see any evidence of aliens, and I look at it. If somebody has evidence of aliens in a, that's not just a fuzzy blob, then I'd love to see it, love to hear about it. But I don't think there is. So, which is actually reason for concern, because you could, if any civilization in the Milky Way, in our galaxy, were to last for 1 million years, even with a speed of travel that's far below the speed of light, like a few percent of speed of light, they could easily have explored and colonized the whole galaxy. So they haven't. So why not? I think the answer might be, or perhaps probably is, that civilization is precarious and rare, and that you should really think of human civilization as being like a tiny candle in a vast darkness, and we should do everything possible to ensure that candle does not go out.
Yeah, that was more nuanced, but same talking points as you've seen him. And now we go to the clip. And before I play it to you, he mentions unaliving oneself twice. So I'm going to mute that because YouTube is very particular with certain words. That is one of them. So you're not going to hear it, but you already know the context. This was an ominous one because he does repeat that he has seen no evidence of aliens, the talking point that I'm talking to you about. You can imagine Tim Taylor like buzzing in his ear or something like that if Taylor is still working with Elon. But then also he goes into a really dark place and proposes that if he finds evidence, he's gonna disclose it on the Joe Rogan podcast. And then he says that he doesn't want to unalive himself. Twice he says it. So let's see this one. Shout out to Neanderthal for clipping this one. Check it out.
Come on, what are the odds that this could be the case?
Are you paying attention at all to 3-Eye Atlas? Are you watching
there's the comet?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I can say is like, look, if I was aware of any evidence of aliens, Joe, you have my word. I will come on your show, and I will reveal it on this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
I believe you. Yeah, thank you.
I'll stick to, I keep my promises. So,
all right.
Yeah,
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah. I'm never committing, to be clear.
I don't think you would either.
On camera, guys, I am never committing ever.
If someone says you committed suicide, I will fight tooth and nail.
Thank you.
I will fight tooth and nail. I will
Thanks,
not
brother.
believe it. I will not believe it.
Very interesting to me that Elon is now making statements like these as for example, the Age of Disclosure documentary is coming. And as I tell you, there is absolutely no way that if these claims are being made in the government, from people within the government, there's absolutely no way Elon Musk is not aware. He runs one of the most influential social media outlets in the world. The place where a real-time information flows the most is X. So we're talking about one of the most influential people in the world. I've heard President Vladimir Putin saying that Elon Musk can do whatever he wants. So yeah, there's no way that he's not aware of what's happening. There was also for a long time since he opened X that UFO content was prominent in the platform. And there weren't any community notes slapped on the topic, even though there were a lot of fake stuff. Now it's changing a little bit more, but there's just no way. I don't know what you guys think about it. What did you think about Elon proposing to disclose on Joe Rogan. And what do you think about that comment that he made that was kind of ominous, that he wouldn't take his own life? He said it twice, and then Joe said it again. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That's all you need to do in order to help us, and it is what helps us the most. So thank you. But if you want to support us in other ways, there's a few links down there you can choose from. You can become a member on YouTube, or you can support us through KGRA. Anything you choose to do is always appreciated, so thank you. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay curious and inquisitive, like Elon Musk, why not? Always. Bye.